Alright, so what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper. Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new video on the channel. Today, what we'll be going over is the top 10 rarest items in PUBG. Now, a couple months ago, I did make a top 5 rarest items in this game, but that list is outdated because there's so many new things that have been added to PUBG, so I kind of figured I'd make an up-to-date one, and also to reevaluate some of the ones that I selected in the last episode. So this one is going to be a lot more accurate, and if you guys end up enjoying the video, then make sure you do leave a thumbs up right now. We were able to get 4,000 likes on the last video, so if we could do the same thing in this one, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Make sure you do leave a thumbs up. It helps me out greatly and it helps me to continue to make these videos, and definitely make sure that you are subscribed if you are brand new to this channel for more daily PUBG content, live streams, and videos, all of that good stuff. Our next subscriber goal for this channel is going to be 150,000, and we're quickly approaching that, so every single subscription does matter and is always greatly appreciated. And also, if you guys want to go and join my Discord server, if you have not done already, it will be down below in the description if you'd like to join up a PUBG community and make some friends there. I'm telling you, it is an amazing place to be, and I highly encourage it. But anyways, guys, all that stuff out of the way and being said, this list is going to consist of anything that can either be a common spawn in regular PUBG or is also exclusive to airdrops. Just anything that is extremely rare in this game can make it into this list. So with that being said, let's go into the top 10 rarest items in PUBG. So coming in at our number 10 spot for today is going to be the half grip, and while this is not the most elusive item in the game, right, there's things that are definitely a lot more rare, I just feel like this is probably the most rare grip and something that is also extremely practical that people chase after every game. Now, in comparison to all the other grips, this, for some reason, this just seems to be the most hard to find. In my opinion, it usually goes angled grip seems to be the most common, followed by vertical grip, and then the new ones, it usually goes thumb grip, lightweight, and then half. And I just think that when you put all of these together, it really slims down the chance for you to find a half grip, and that sucks because I think it's one of the best, especially for full auto spraying. The half grip is the way to go, but unfortunately, I just don't get to seem to play with it every single game like I would like to. I feel like I at least come across a vertical or an angled grip every game without fail, but a half grip not always is the case. Taking our number 9 spot for today is, again, not the most rare item in the game, so that's why it's a little bit lower on this list, but this is going to be the Medkit, and I just feel like the Medkit over time has gotten more and more rare, especially in comparison to things like first aids and other kinds of health items. The Medkit is extremely useful as it'll take you instantly to 100, and while yeah, it can take a couple seconds for you to use it, especially compared to other faster healing items, the Medkit is always useful to have at least one on you when you really do need it to get back to 100 health in any given scenario. But I just feel like over time, it's gotten a little bit more rare. I used to be able to carry like 2 or 3 with me on every game back when this game was a lot younger, but nowadays I'm lucky if I get one, or some games I just go and don't see any at all. Now, taking our number 8 spot for today is another healing item, in fact, and I think this one is just slightly more rare than the Medkit, which is actually crazy to think about, but this is going to be the new adrenaline syringe. Now, I say new because it's now a common spawn in the regular world of PUBG. It used to be strictly in airdrops, and it'd be very, very rare to get it, and if it was still in airdrops, it would be way higher up on this list than it currently is. But now that you can find it in the regular world, it's still a healing item that exists, but I think I see these less than medkits themselves, which honestly I don't know how I feel about. If you don't know, the adrenaline syringe is a boost item that you can use that takes just as long as a painkiller. However, it takes your boost meter instantly to 100, and you can get massive chunks of health back, so it's extremely useful. The only downside is, just like medkits, they do not stack in your inventory, so they will end up taking a lot of space, but I'd always recommend to have at least one if you can find it, that is. Taking our number 7 spot is one I felt like I should put here. This is going to be level 3 helmets. Now, level 3 helmets are rare as they're only in airdrops right now. If you didn't know that they're not a common spawn anymore, you have to get them out of crates, but they're very consistent. If you go and get a crate, like, you're pretty much guaranteed to get one every single time. I don't think these days you can get a crate without a helmet unless somebody's already taken it, but every time you get a fresh drop, you will get a level 3 helmet. But that being said, not everybody gets a drop every single game, and only a limited amount will come out, so they are still pretty rare, but there is a surefire way to get them. Now, an item that's even more rare than that, and coming in at our number 6 spot, is another drop only item, and this is the ghillie suit. And unlike the level 3 helmets, you're not guaranteed one of these in every drop. In fact, I don't know the exact rates for these, but I'd say, just based on like my experiences, it'd probably be like maybe 1 in 25 airdrops you'll end up getting a ghillie suit. Normally they're tagged along with like a sniper or a groza or what have you. Point being is that they're still really hard to find though, nonetheless. But the biggest like draw towards the ghillie suit, or its biggest advantage, is not only the fact that you can lay down in the grass and be a little bit more hidden and hard to spot, but also the best advantage that it hides the bulkiness of your backpack. You can still wear a level 3 bag without having that stick out wherever you're sitting, and it's good because sometimes you can spot people just by the bulkiness of their bag. Maybe it's kind of around a corner or something. It's a very easy way to see people, but the ghillie suit will hide your backpack. You can wear whichever one you want. It's definitely not the most common item to get, but it's also not the most rare, I don't think, either. Now, coming in at our number 5 spot is a weapon this time, and this is going to be the new M24 sniper rifle. And again, when I say new, I'm meaning that it is now a common spawn. So if you guys aren't aware, the M24 sniper rifle has been taken out of the airdrop crates only and put into the world spawn. But that being said, you would think that this would kind of be like, would be game changing for the game. They have nerfed the M24, like its actual damage statistics and all that kind of stuff, but also the spawn rates for this thing are incredibly slim. I don't know if it's just a combination of its rarity and me being unlucky, but like, think of how rare finding a Car 98 is. It's not super rare, but it is good when you find one. It's kind of a surprise. The M24 to Car 98 ratio, in my opinion, is like 20-1. So like, it's unbelievably hard to get. Truth be told, I actually felt like I played with the M24 more when it was still in drops rather than it's a common spawn now. Maybe that'll change and they'll tweak the drop rate of it. Maybe not, we'll have to see. But speaking of rare weapons, and coming in at our number 4 spot is going to be a little bit of a weird one, and you guys might disagree, but this is just me. The DP28, I don't know what happened to this weapon, right? As soon as a new update came out that put the M24, the patch that I was referring to where it became a common spawn, I legit have not seen the DP28 since then. I thought that they removed it from the game and this either didn't put in the patch notes or I missed it. I went back and reread everything to make sure that it was still there because I'm a big fan of the DP28. I think it's a cool gun, and I like using it. It's very unique, but I haven't seen it ever since then. Like, people haven't been using it. I haven't found any spawns. I actually thought it was gone. I'm probably just tripping out, but I wonder if you guys had any similar experiences, if you just saw the DP28 like drastically drop in terms of rarity. Let me know in the comment section so I feel better about myself. Now, climbing up to our top 3, coming in at our number 3 spot is going to be none other than the 15 times scope. Now, the previous episode that I made on this kind of topic, the 15x was actually my number 1 spot, but I feel like this has changed a little bit. It's still very, very rare, but not as rare as the next 2 that we're going to list. But if you don't know, the 15x scope is a very special one that can, of course, only be found in drops. I'm really hoping they make it a common spawn soon, as I really feel like that's where it belongs, so people can practice with it, because when you get it, it's a little bit overkill. It's kind of useless at this point. But the 15x always is accompanied by another sniper rifle that you'll get into a drop, but sometimes you'll also get this scope without a sniper, which is a little weird. I don't know why they decided to do that, but it's very, very rare that you ever hit this. And honestly, at the same time, with these new patches, I legit have not played with the 15x scope since then. It's been a while for me. I don't know about any of you guys if you end up getting this often, but I don't not really killed by it very often anyways, and that's why I feel like it's become a lot more rare as well. Either that, or it's just straight up because people just don't like playing with it very much. I think it's maybe a combination of both. But coming in now at our number 2 spot for today is going to be none other than the AWM sniper rifle. I don't know what it's about the drops these days, and of course this is what goes without saying, a drop only spawn. This is not common, but when you end up getting this in drops, it's probably the most satisfying thing you can do in PUBG, at least in my opinion anyways. But ever so recently, drops have been slacking on the sniper rifles. Has anybody else noticed this? Honestly, it's probably due to the fact that the M24, since it's no longer in drops, the AWM is only the beefy sniper rifle that you can get out of them these days, and all the DMRs and other rifles are common spawns. So this is kind of the only exclusive one that you'll be able to get out of these, and I guess that makes it more rare, or it makes it feel more rare in my opinion. But I just don't really get to seem to play with it that much anymore, which is a shame because I love this weapon as well. I'm telling you though, man, if you opened up a drop and you got an AWM with a ghillie suit, with a level 3 helmet, and a 15x scope, you are probably the luckiest person alive. You ought to go buy a lotto ticket that very day. Put down PUBG, head over there and get yourself a lotto ticket, because that is insane luck right there. Let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced a drop like that where you got those items in one crate, because I personally never have, and that's like on some next level luck stuff. But now, ladies and gentlemen, finally taking our number 1 spot today of the rarest items in PUBG, this has to be none other than the flare gun. And I don't know if you guys have ever played with this thing before. I don't know if it came to mobile, and also I'm not really sure if it came to Xbox. So if you guys know, I don't really play those 2 platforms. I only play on PC, but I try to keep tabs on the other platforms to see what they get and stuff. But the flare gun was something that was very temporary, and I think they have plans to add it into the main game at some point. Now, if you're not sure what the flare gun does, let me go ahead and explain. So this was included in a special game mode, and if you were so lucky to find both the flare gun and the ammunition for the flare that it takes, and now if you shot it up into the air while you were inside of the safe zone, it would give you this crate. And it's not just any regular airdrop. This was like bringing the beefiest straps you could ever get. It's pretty much the contents of 2 crates in one, and you'd be like super set up. And especially if you're playing the squad mates, you can give them a dope weapon as well. Now, if you were outside of the safe zone, you fire the flare gun, it would drop you like a really pimped out UAZ. This thing would come down. This Jeep would be all barred up on the windows so people cannot shoot through it, and it was the most armored like vehicle you have ever seen in this game. It's a lot of fun to play with. Now, I propose that they make this a common spawn, but they only put it like 10 in the map total. Like every single match, if you think about it, 10 flare guns spread out across the entire board that people are going to look for, may not even find. It could be literally anywhere. I think that would be fair. You might see one a game, if that, maybe even less. I think way less than that, but it would be really cool to see if you see the flare in the air, like, you know, somebody got really lucky and found it. So I say that's the rarest thing in PUBG because it was even really hard to find in its own game mode. You know what I mean? So I think it had to make that list on the #1 spot. But anyways, guys, I want you to let me know in the comment section, what is the most rare item in your opinion in PUBG? What can you just never find no matter how hard you try? Maybe it's something on this list, maybe it's something else. Please do let me know. Let me know what you thought of the list as well, and I really hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure you do leave a thumbs up. It helps me out very greatly. Subscribe if you are brand new to this channel as well for more daily content, PUBG videos, and live streams every single day. I'd really appreciate it. We're gonna go for 150,000 subs really soon, and just want to say a big thank you for that. But anyways, guys, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you all on the next live stream or the next video. Peace out.